Very, very safe. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, all the best use those seats, and they're very safe.
Taylor Malsom also on the front straightaway there. He did cross the finish line, as did Keselowski. The only thing, victory lane right now. There's Carl getting out, and Shannon Spake is there.
Well, I looked in the car. There goes Carl. And the crowd is loving it. Signature backflip, Carl Edwards, third win here at Gateway. I know this is a huge win for you. We got to ask you what happened with you and Brad on that last lap, though.
I just couldn't let him take the win from me. My guys worked way too hard for that. We had a great restart. My guys built me a great car, and we came to the checker flag. And I hate to see stuff tore up, but we came here to win. And he took it from us there in turn one. And just an awesome race. I can't thank Copart.com enough, Fast and all, and Aflac. Aflac's always got me under their wing, and I just really appreciate their support. So, and thanks to the fans. Thanks for coming out here and braving the hot weather. And you know, I'm sure some of them don't like that win, Brad Keselowski fans and stuff, but man, I just couldn't let him take it from me. I had to do what I had to do.
This is definitely going to be the Brad and Carl show going to the end of this season. Do you think that this win, the way that this win happened, will set up the way that you guys will race each other moving forward?
I hope not. I mean, the deal is we raced really well there. I don't know, for 10 laps straight or something earlier in the race. He just went in, he just got in over his head and tried too hard, and it was at my expense. So that was at his expense, and we got our win. But I think he could have got me without hitting me. I think his car was good enough. We could have been side by side across the finish line, and I would have much rather had that. But we got the trophy.
Congratulations, Carl. Third win here at Gateway. He's going to celebrate big tonight. Mike?
And catching up with the runner-up tonight, Reed Sorensen. And Reed, you had a pretty good view of what was going on in front of you. What was going through your mind as Carl and Keselowski were battling, rubbing fenders, swapping paint, battling for that win?
I was hoping we'd get a little bit lucky and they would both wreck, but it was a long night for us. So just to get the Dollar General car up there close to getting a shot to win this thing was a good end of the night for us.
What is it about you in this place? A couple of wins, a couple of runner-up finishes. It seems like this place is, I bet you wish you could run here every week.
Well, fortunately, we get to come back here, and I plan on having a better car when we get back. We didn't have the best car tonight, so we'll get it better.
What'd you need?
A lot of things. Overall grip.
As Reed said, they're coming back once again, guys, and well, after that performance tonight, I expect bigger and maybe better things. Doc?
Bob Keselowski back here at the Care Center waiting for his son Brad to come in. And Bob, you came up. What was your view on what happened on the final lap?
Brad got into Carl, getting out on turn one, racing him. They bumped, they rubbed, typical rubbing racing deal. Carl flipped out like he did at Atlanta and tried to kill the kid. I'm sick and tired of this. I'll get my own damn uniform back on and take care of this. He ain't gonna kill my boy. He just overreacted so bad. If he wanted to bump Brad, it's one thing, but don't drive him through the inside guardrail. Don't put him in the grandstands in Atlanta. That's asinine.
Bob Keselowski over there going over to check on his son Brad, obviously upset with what he saw in that final lap.
Now, Doc, emotions running high from the family here. We started out talking about families in racing. Keselowskis have done this for a lot of years, and they are very sure about how they compete. And right now, Dad not too happy with the way Carl competed tonight. But as Carl talks with his crew down there, he says he had a reason to race Brad the way that he did on the final lap. We'll try to show you that replay, as we may not have it, but Carl was talking about Brad taking it away from him, and Carl came back and raced him hard to the checkers. And there's the resulting wrecked 22 race car. Mike, who have you caught up with?
I've caught up with the guy who started the race on the pole, kept it in the top 10, came home 6th tonight, of course, that being Trevor Bayne. How would you assess the evening?
Very hot. You look at everybody I think that we've interviewed or talked to or seen sitting around, man, they're all on the ground. It was just a really enduring race, you know. I mean, it was hard for the drivers, and it was hard for our team, but Jerry Baxter did a great job with our call there to not pit and got us our track position back. We had a strong enough car to be up there, and that was the way it was for us in our Outback Care Toyota all weekend. You know, we unloaded fast in the top 3 and qualified on the pole and then finished top 3. So it's a great weekend for us. Can't thank Gary Bechtel and Ty Norris and Michael Waltrip and all those guys and Blake Bechtel for giving us this opportunity, and Outback Care and Aaron's and everybody just for getting us here, and then God for prevailing and bringing us through. So it was a great weekend for us, and we're happy to be in the top 3.
Great run for Trevor Bayne and a great weekend overall. Guys?
Thanks, Mike, and it is a great run for Trevor. This is what we were talking about. Carl stating that Brad took something away from him and he was going to get it back. Here they are diving into one, guys.
And obviously Brad's trying to win. He gets in that half car length too deep that I referred to earlier. As a result, slides up, gets into Carl. And what Carl's saying is, and he's establishing here tonight, this is how we're going to race. You take something from me, I'm going to take it back. And it's a pretty strong statement. Not only what he said, but how he did it.
Yeah, the problem is I don't think NASCAR is going to agree with this. I think they're going to have a big problem. This could create a lot of controversy, guys.
This isn't boys have at it?
No, I don't think this is boys have at it. I think this is a little bit different, and there's going to be some talking going on about this one, guys.
All right, one more time. Here is the run to the checkers. Carl pushing his way through, taking back what he said was taken from him, and Brad getting a big hit as he sat on the front straightaway. And this is what you don't like, Rusty.
No, I don't like that type of wrecks. And
anybody that's been in one of those doesn't like it. That's as good as the outcome can be.
Well, and we saw the reaction of the family as well. They didn't like it either. But Carl Edwards, happy in victory lane. If you like this, be sure to join us next Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern for NASCAR Nationwide Series racing at O'Reilly Raceway Park, a short track on ESPN, as well as Sprint Cup Series Brickyard 400, a big track presented by Golden Corral, Sunday at 1 on ESPN. All right, guys, so that's the way it's going to be for Carl and Brad as we go forward. What happens next? Ricky?
Well, I think we're going to be reading about this, and I follow Rusty's lead that, NASCAR is probably going to have something to say about this.
Carl Edwards. And I think there might be, NASCAR might say boys can be boys, but we're going to put some limitations how far boys can be boys because, it's getting pretty physical out there, no doubt about that. Two great drivers, a rough finish, exciting race at Gateway, typical short track racing. And if you had enough tonight, we got more coming next week at our O'Reilly Raceway Park.
And again, Carl wins, and he eats into the points lead. Coming up next, Fram Autolite NHRA Nationals qualifying from Sonoma. Congratulations to Carl Edwards, your winner tonight. Well, it was a big night here at Gateway. Brad got out in the grass, got it under control, got his 22 car back under it. Joe Gibbs' teammates crashing out together. A bad night for them. The final lap coming to the checkers. Carl wins. Brad gets wrecked. We'll see what happens next week. This has been a